Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us on Entrepreneurs AZ. We're at the headquarters downtown Phoenix, Arizona. I'm Jessica Hart, and I'm here today with Tara Lynn Towns.
Hi, Jessica.
Hi, Tara. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Good. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank
So, you're our very first interview. We're highlighting entrepreneurs from Arizona.
Awesome.
So tell us a little bit about yourself and about your business.
Well, I am a professional life coach and therapist in training, and I assist people in breakthrough. I help them unleash their inner strengths for personal growth and empowerment. I'm a mom. I am the owner of a nonprofit and an author, and we're on a mission to spread the word about dwarfism and anti-bullying.
Wow.
So I have a lot on my plate.
It sounds
but
like
entrepreneur
it.
first.
Yes, superwoman.
Yes.
So, how long have you been an entrepreneur?
Since 2002.
2002. Wow.
2002.
And at what point, what happened of significance in 2002 then, or what made you decide to become an entrepreneur?
Well, I was a single mom and I was a student, and the child care issue was big for me. The expense of it, the hours. So I also worked many jobs while going to school, and it just was too much to juggle.
Right.
So I said, hey, let me come up with something that I can do from home. My major is child development, and so I said, you know what, I'm going to open up a home daycare. I did.
Okay.
It went really well, and then we expanded, and
Nice.
I was able to venture into different things.
Nice. And you don't have any gray hair.
Nope.
I would definitely have a full head of gray hair if I had to do with kids all day.
Yeah.
So,
Not easy.
Yeah, it's not easy. So you went from having a daycare in your home and to outside the home, having a
Yes.
daycare. Then what was your next step? What did you do?
Well, I suffered a very severe injury that kind of took me down, so I had to sell my business, sell my real estate off, and just really take a break. It was forced. I like to say that the universe created that, or allowed it to happen so that I could really get in tune with my purpose and myself. And while I was down, I just, I really, really connected with me. And that's where I discovered that my purpose is to really inspire and motivate others, and I will do that through my life coaching and therapeutic services.
That's awesome. Yeah, you said something that's kind of key for a lot of entrepreneurs. Some of us get the nudge and we hear, we feel the nudge. Some of us need literally fence that goes up that goes, stop, literally having to stop and refocus and redirect our lives and become entrepreneurs and realize that, that's what our main purpose and goal and our dreams to go for it.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, that's awesome. So what kind of obstacles have you encountered since becoming an entrepreneur?
Well, initially, the voices from the people in my circle, family and friends, it was their fear voices of, are you sure you want to leave your jobs and start your own business in your home, and how are you going to do this? And I would say in the beginning, a little bit of self-doubt was definitely an issue that I dealt with, and a tiny bit of fear, but I have that spirit, so I just said, let's go for it, let's do it. And that was my background once again. My undergrad is in child development, so I knew it was a skill that I possessed that I can really, really do well in. So I said, why not? I was at home. I was able to be at home with my children, and that. Now that is another thing. Just juggling life's happenings with being an entrepreneur that has so many different genres of obstacles.
Yes, absolutely.
So it's kind of like, and with my business, with doing childcare in my home initially. That was an issue just of my children, like, hey, this is our home, like, when is it going to end, or scheduling things and dinner time, and just those are finances is a really big one. Startup finances, that's huge for an entrepreneur because we don't, want to use everything we have just in case it doesn't, But finding financial institutes to believe in us initially to extend the startup finances was a big one, but I was blessed in that area too. I had a bank that just gave me a little startup loan, and then I have micro and mini grants. Networking, connecting with people in the same field, that was a challenge in the beginning, but we overcame that. There's just so many that we deal with, but it's worth it. It's worth it because we get through it.
Yeah, absolutely. We do get through it. We're strong,
Yes.
and that's why not everybody can do it.
Right.
Entrepreneurship is not for everyone,
It's not.
and it is scary. It's fear is a really big thing.
Oh,
I mean,
yes.
fear is the basis why a lot of people don't do things, why they stay in bad marriages, why they
yes.
stay in bad careers, why they just stay put where they are. They stay in comfort or
Yes.
mediocrity, and that's okay. But
Yes.
for some of us, it's like, dreadful to have to sign in, like we were saying,
Yeah.
to prison walls for 8 hours or working for someone else, and
Yeah, I can't.
knowing, our dreams are sitting there on a shelf somewhere.
Right.
It's like we have to be courageous enough to go out there and get it and grab
Absolutely.
it. So okay, so tell me a little bit more about your book. You said you're writing a book.
Yes, I'm so excited about this. This is a children's book, and it's a fantasy book,
Mm-hmm.
and it's written on a level of children, obviously,
Right.
but adults are liking it as well.
Mhm.
I've had a few people read it. Great reviews so far. But the book is about it's about a little prince
Mhm.
and his small little land, and he saves the day by using his wit instead of force. There's giants, that's pretty much the premise of it, but the story encompasses love and courage, overcoming obstacles, and believing in yourself past what everyone else is saying, because the little prince is bullied in the book, because that's really part of our mission, is to spread awareness not only about my son's condition, which is dwarfism, but about people that have beautiful diversities, not disabilities, because I don't believe in disabilities.
I like that. That's beautiful. I like that. Beautiful diversities.
Yes, beautiful diversities. We're all different in some way, and that's the beauty of being different.
Absolutely, that is the beauty of the world. If we're all the
It
same, that
is.
would be pretty boring. That is true.
We don't want that.
No. Boring is not. It's not good. That's awesome. So, tell us a little bit more about how we can get a hold of you, of your book. We can order your book online, or
Yes, the book. Well, I went through Zulam Press, and they're a Christian press
Okay.
printing
That's
company.
awesome.
But they don't allow pre-orders. So in two weeks,
Mhm.
all of my books will be in. They will be on our website
Okay.
for the nonprofit.
.com website.
Well, there'll be a
There'll be a
link on. Yes, there'll
Okay.
be a link on there
Oh, awesome.
directing you to our website. And the mission is called Tiny Be Mighty,
Tiny Be Mighty.
right?
Okay.
Because we're all small giants in some way, shape, or form. And that mission it encompasses the book,
Mhm.
a music CD, which I was just recording this weekend,
Nice.
and the proceeds from a large portion of the proceeds
Mhm.
from the book and that go right back into the nonprofit.
Oh,
Now,
wow.
getting into the nonprofit, once again, it's Tiny Be Mighty, and the nonprofit is we raise awareness
Mhm.
through public speaking engagements and education.
Wow.
And so there's parenting education, there's workshops, different things to raise the awareness about not only, once again, my son's condition, but bullying, because it's a huge situation that's happening in our country, and children are dying now. It's not like years ago where someone goes home and they're sad and they're crying and they go,
Right.
in their room. People are dying today, like
Right.
children are committing suicide. That's
Right.
why it's so, it just hits my heart. And I know that my son has encompassed bullying by being small and different, and thank God he's well balanced.
Right, absolutely.
To-
Well,
and-
his
and
mom's been teaching him
Thank
proper
you.
lessons,
But
I'm sure, proper tools to deal with it. So
Yes,
that's great.
because he handles it pretty well. But we've had a couple of situations where we were like, oh, okay, So this, to me, it begins at home. It begins with the parents, and there's no judgment-free zone. But parents, we need to be model parents to our children. So that's what the workshops are about. Just little reminders of, hey, when I'm guilty too, like, oh, I'm gaining weight, or I'm, how we just
Right.
say words that are not, and you put it in front of your child, and now they're starting to worry about that, and now they use those out to other children. And so
Right.
our mission is to just stop that, stop, the labels, stop bullying, stop
Mhm.
name calling, and then physical, obviously, is the big one that we just want to stop. And then we want to promote self-love to children and people who are beautifully diverse,
Right.
to where they can sustain what people are, saying and doing, and they can get through it, and they can do anything that they want to do.
Yes, we can.
Anything.
We can. Everybody can.
That's right, it's true.
We all have it in us.
Yes, we do.
The power to change our
Yes, we do.
reality. That's for sure.
Absolutely.
So you said you go. You have this foundation, nonprofit, to go
Yes.
speak and things like that.
Yes.
Do you yourself go and speak to
Oh, yes.
schools and to
Yes.
communities and things?
Yes, public speaking and workshops and different
So if somebody would want you to come into their school and
Yes.
speak to their student body or to their church group or to whatever, how would they get a hold of you?
They would get a hold of me on my website is livingbeyondyou.com,
Mhm.
and that's the letter U.
Living
and,
Beyond You
and it's .net.
.net. Got it?
Livingbeyondyou.net. And then it would be tinybemighty.org, and that's
Okay.
in the works now. So, but now I can be reached by my website.
Awesome. Well, look out for it 2 weeks from now.
Yes.
The book release, correct?
Yes.
And the book's name is
29th of January.
29th of January. And the book's name is
The book's name is Tiny But Mighty,
Tiny
but the
But Mighty.
mission is Tiny Be Mighty. The name was taken.
Oh. We'll still remember that.
We try to be
Tiny But
uniform
Mighty.
here.
That's awesome. That's
Tiny
great.
But Mighty by Tara Lynn Towns.
By Tara Lynn Towns.
Yes.
Awesome. You heard it here first. EntrepreneurSAZ.com. All right. Well, Tara, it was great speaking with you, and we look forward to more projects in the future.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Yes. And more books.
Yes.
Yes. So.
And my own show.
Oh, your own show. Well,
Yes.
tell us a little bit about that, since we haven't.
Well, it's a life coaching show, and
Okay.
it's I will give weekly
Mhm.
advice on how to handle different obstacles as an entrepreneur. So
Awesome.
whether it be relational and how to balance, whether it's relational, financial, or just
Yeah,
stressing.
absolutely.
I mean, being an
Yes.
entrepreneur, you're taking everything on
Yes.
yourself,
Yeah.
okay? And so
Yes.
until that, your finances are rolling in the way that you would like them to, everything is on you. So
Right.
it can be like overwhelming. And so my
Absolutely.
show is to calm us all down about it,
Yes.
okay, and help
Awesome.
us balance it. So I'm excited about that, and I'll have
I'm excited.
weekly guests.
I'm excited.
I'll have
Definitely
weekly
tune
guests,
in.
and I'm just very blessed and excited right now.
That is awesome. That is exciting.
Yes.
It's very exciting. We're excited here at Entrepreneurs AZ to see more of what you have got going on and your future.
Yes.
As an entrepreneur, and also we have many other highlights to do as for other entrepreneurs in Arizona as well. So we're excited to have you all joining us and keeping an eye on what we're up to. Thanks again. This is Jessica
Thank
Hart
you.
from Entrepreneurs AZ.